KTN.
Let's talk about guarding the vote, or what is popularly being called Operation Linda Kura. Well, what exactly does this entail, and why has it sparked renewed debate after the Ol Kalou by-election? In a country touted as running one of Africa's most expensive electoral processes, with the 2022 general election alone costing more than 34 billion shillings, what safeguards exist to protect the ballot? And why does public trust in the electoral system remain in question? KTN's Francis Ontomwa with this explainer.
A relatively quiet by-election in Ol Kalou constituency thrust Nyandarua County into the national political spotlight. The newly formed DCP pulled off an upset, defeating what has been described as a powerful state machinery. But when supporters are asked how they secured victory, one phrase keeps coming up: we guarded our votes. So what exactly does guarding the vote mean?
Once you get in that gate, you vote, and then you get out, you stop here, so that we protect our votes, that these guys who are coming here in trucks, these guys who are coming here in masks, they will not steal our votes.
Tumeshaamua, tumeshafanya kitu yetu, na sisi tuko na amani. Sisi tunalinda kura zetu mpaka sihesabiwi.
At the center of Kenya's electoral process is the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission, IEBC, the constitutional body mandated to conduct and supervise elections. The Constitution sets a clear standard. Article 81E of the Constitution of Kenya states that elections must be free and fair, conducted through secret ballot, free from violence, intimidation, improper influence and corruption, administered in an impartial, neutral, efficient, accurate and accountable manner. But is this what the voters always get?
The only thing is that you give us an assurance that there will not be hooded policemen here. Every policeman will be identifiable. That is the exact thing that we expect from our county security team.
Under Kenya's electoral framework, the voting process is pretty clear. It begins with voter verification, followed by secret voting. After polls close, ballots are counted openly, results recorded on official forms, transmitted to tallying centers, and finally declared by IEBC. But while the law provides safeguards, it also sets some limits on what voters can do after casting their ballot. Regulation 69(2)D requires a voter after voting to have either their finger marked and collect the identification document to immediately leave the polling station. The idea of guarding the vote is not new in Kenyan politics.
Vijana siku hii hakuna ya kulala. Siku hiyo vijana mnakesha mpaka kura hesabiwe, mpaka tangazwe.
The 2017 presidential election remains one of Kenya's most significant examples of electoral contestation. The Supreme Court annulled the presidential result, citing irregularities and illegalities in the transmission and verification of results.
And that the declaration is invalid, null, and void.
Kenya has invested heavily in strengthening election administration, particularly through technology. The 2022 general election, for instance, cost the country about 34.5 billion shillings, according to IEBC expenditure figures. The Kenya Integrated Election Management System, KIEMS, designed for biometric voter identification and results management, was introduced ahead of the 2017 election at a cost of about 6.2 billion shillings, with further investment made before the 2022 polls. But have this investment translated into greater public confidence? As Kenya heads to next year's general election, the question is no longer whether Kenya has the right laws to guarantee a credible process, but whether institutions that are charged with this mandate will rise to occasion. Francis Ontomwa, KTN, Nairobi.